got an earring.
Not a word, Molly.
Let me see. Gross.
Mr. Powers tells me that I'm going back to school.
You're taking classes at my high school?
I'm not a student. I'll be the advisor on the school paper.
It's a wonder that Chris Witherspoon doesn't scuff her spit-shine goody two-shoes because her head is constantly in the stratosphere.
What folks will remember is not what the reporter wrote. They'll remember how you handled it.
What's in this stuff?
Everything alcoholic. Come on, Chris. Take off those goody two-shoes.
Hi, Grandpa.
Always telling you about the good old days, how things used to be better and cheaper, and how kids never got into the trouble they do today. The problem is the good old days always sound so boring. Somebody must have gotten into trouble.
Well, who do we have here? Veloz and Yolanda?
We're practicing our dancing. We're gonna be just like Fred and Ginger, only we'll be Bertha and Molly. Molly and Bertha. We're still working that out.
Well, you may want to do your dance steps out on the patio. I just waxed that floor.
But outside, we don't have the TV.
Oh. Well, you may want to take your shoes off.
Take your shoes off. Okay.
My parents are gonna kill me if they find out.
Hey, we're just gonna see what it's like, right?
You guys, the babes, are gonna love it.
Uh-oh.
No, I got it. Look at this. Oh, radical dudes. I think diamonds are my style, would you say?
You guys, check out this earring on me.
Jer, I think that earring's tilting your brain.
Can I help you?
We're just looking.
Yeah, for my mother, my sister.
Would you like to try on the other earring?
No, thank you. I only need one earring.
They come in pairs.
She only has one ear. It was a blow-dryer accident.
I think you should go for it.
Excuse me?
This school needs a candidate who can articulate the issues of the 80s.
I know you.
Willie Gillis, and I've been watching you a lot. In class.
That's right. You're that guy who takes home all the extra tadpoles from biology.
Yes, that's me. I keep them as pets until they become frogs and get out of hand.
Then what do you do with them?
Well, then I let them go in the creek.
Oh.
I figure it's better than being filleted on a dissection board.
Oh, you don't like dissecting frogs?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I plan on being a surgeon someday. That or be a television repairman. It really depends on how I do in chemistry. But I really just think that every frog should have a chance to sit on a lily pad, taste a fly or two before it's arrivederci Kermit.
Look, why do you think I should run for student council?
You're smart. You have vision. And you're not afraid to say what you think. These are all qualities of a good candidate.
But even if I did run for student council, I wouldn't have enough time to get a campaign organized.
One more reason. I want to be your campaign manager.
I don't even know you.
Fortunately, that can be cured. Your immediate problem is strategy. And strategy is something I'm very good at.
Can I taste it, Grandpa?
We need more peppers, bud.
Okay.
How do you know when this stuff is ready, when it blows up?
So, Grandpa, what do you think? Should I run for student council? I mean, it would look great on my application for the Air Force Academy. And Willie has a great theory that the way to reach the voters is through their stomachs.
You mean kind of like a chicken in every pot, huh?
Exactly, although we update it with modern mass marketing techniques. See, Happy Jack sells 900 burgers a day, 4,500 burgers a week.
And everybody at school eats at Happy Jack's at least once a week.
So, if we put a small flyer reading, "Vote for Chris Witherspoon for student council" in each burger, we have mass exposure for Chris.
If I opened my burger and found a little sign for Chris, I'd have mass indigestion.
David.
Why is Happy Jack's letting you do this?
Well, my dad owns the place.
Hello, family.
Hi.
Hey, good looking. Hi, pretty girl.
Hi.
You're not one of my children.
Mom, this is Willie Gillis. He's my campaign manager. I'm running for student council.
Oh, well, how nice to meet you, and what great news that is.
You know, Chris has the potential to be one of our better student leaders, and I can see where she gets her qualities.
You're good. He's good.
Not that good. He doesn't like Grandpa's chili.
Can you imagine that?
And how was your day?
Well, it was just great. I got some great shots of the demonstration at City Hall. I had lunch with Frank after I stood in for him at the council meeting, and Mr. Powers tells me that I'm going back to school.
You're going back to school?
It's a program the paper has with Polk High School.
Wait, you're taking classes at my high school?
No, I'm not a student. I'll be the advisor on the school paper.
You're gonna be a teacher?
Yeah, kind of.
But that's my high school.
I know that.
So you can't go there.
She just doesn't want you to know about all the boy stuff she does there.
Molly.
I know what goes on down there. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm only there 2 days a week. I won't interfere with your rendezvous schedule.
You're sure about this advisor's job, huh?
Yum. It isn't like I have a whole lot of choice. But I think it'll be fun. And I think it'll be challenging.
Could be both.
I'm new here, but I'd really like to congratulate you on your appointment as a advisor to the school paper. And if there's any free advertising space, Chris Witherspoon would be a candidate that would gladly accept any.
He's good, Chris. He's good. Good morning. I'm Jessie Witherspoon, and I'm taking Mr. Mendenhall's place. So, which desk is mine?
Mrs. Witherspoon, seems there's an empty desk back here. Hope you don't mind sitting next to me, though.
Do you mind sitting next to me?
You kidding? Hot-looking babe like you? Let you sit anywhere you want.
Why don't you sit here? That way the whole class can watch you. That is what you want, isn't it? For the whole class to watch you?
I don't know. I'm sort of used to my little corner here. But if you want me to sit up there with you, I won't hold it against you. This time.
Thank you, Mr.
Eric Villanova.
Thank you. I will learn all of your names as we go along. But for right now, let's see what kind of newspaper we're turning out here.
Mrs. Witherspoon? Just dropped by to see how everything's going.
Well, so far so good.
No trouble with Eric?
Who, me?
Not a bit.
Good. Students, this is your new advisor, Mrs. Witherspoon. I want you to pay attention to her. I'm sure she can teach you a few things about the newspaper business. They're a pretty good bunch. They just need a little proper direction. That was the trouble with Mr. Mendenhall. He let these kids print whatever they wanted to. Rock and roll lyrics, interviews with mud wrestlers, a couple of editorials the PTA is still getting on my case about. I don't need to harper.
I understand that, but I think there are
Just give you the basics. Athletics, pom-pom girls, dances. Who, why, where, and when.
What?
Who, why, when, and where.
Who, why, where, when, and what is the expression?
That's good. Class, you have a very sharp advisor here. Let me know, Mrs. Witherspoon, if the class gets out of line. I'll come back and help you out.
Thank you.
That means you, Villanova.
Yes, sir.
Well, isn't he special?
Eric.
Oh, come on, that guy's a loser, okay? I mean, he probably labels his underwear inside and out just so he could put it on straight, and then he pulls it up like this.
That'll be just about enough, Eric. Now, class, settle down. Everybody settle
My
down.
office, now. You're gonna have to do a lot better than this.
Eric, sit down.
Well, Mr. Winthrop said
I
that
said sit down. Don't worry about Mr. Winthrop. I've already talked to him.
Cool, thanks.
I said don't worry about Mr. Winthrop. You're not off the hook with me yet.
Oh, and what's that supposed to mean?
Eric. Do you enjoy working on the newspaper?
Well, yeah, journalism's my life.
If you pull one more stunt like that, you're off the paper. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good. Is that clear to everybody? Good. Now, I don't know what kind of newspaper you've been running here, but you haven't made Mr. Winthrop a fan. I doubt we're going to do that either.
Well, what kind of paper are we going to publish?
One that's responsible. One that's objective. One that has articles about student life. How I became a teen stripper is not what we're striving for.
I just thought that it would work in our career options column.
Save it for the checkout stands. Articles will be thoughtful about student life. What are students thinking? What's on their minds? They'll be well researched. Don't bring me any fluff that doesn't have facts and information to back it up. And the most important thing is, we'll be fair. There will be no vendettas here. We'll tell all sides of the story.
This is going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. And if you follow my guidelines, there will be no blue penciling.
No censorship?
Only for style and grammar, if you follow my guidelines. Now, come on. Let's get to work.
You know, if my father found out I got my ear pierced, he would kill me.
Your father wants to kill you anyway, and earring is not going to make any difference.
Well, I know my grandpa's not too hot on the idea of an earring.
How do you know? Have you asked him?
Well, no, I know my grandpa.
You guys, the only reason girls like Bruce Willis is because he has an earring.
That's not the only reason they like him.
Well, they do not like him because he has a lot of hair.
Hey, you know, I found a picture of my dad when he had hair down to his shoulders.
See, I don't think your old man's parents approved of that.
Well, my grandpa does have a tattoo.
Parents hate tattoos. That did not stop your grandfather.
I don't know, JR.
You guys, my sister runs an earring boutique. She could get all her ears pierced for free.
I'm gonna have to think about it, okay?
Okay, but just remember, our parents did stuff when they were young, so they can't get mad at us for doing stuff now.
What did your parents do?
Well, I know about this one picture my dad keeps in his bureau.
What kind of a picture?
It's a picture of my mom burning her bra.
Burning her bra?
This is Happy Jack, hoping you're happy too. Can I help you?
Yeah. I want a Happy Jack burger with, cheese, chili, and some of that relish stuff. One of those Happy Jack tacos with sweet and sour sauce, apple fritter, and a strawberry shake.
Thank you very much. Drive forward. Have a Happy Jack day.
Hi.
Hi.
I haven't ever seen you in uniform before.
Yeah, Dad likes us to carry on the theme of the place. Can I get you something?
No, you wanted to see me.
Yeah. Here you go, free sample.
I'm really not hungry.
Open it.
Willie, that's a great idea.
I made 400 cartons. Bacon burgers, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, and tacos.
When did you have the time?
The night shift gets pretty slow. I figure I can make some more over the next 2 nights and we'll be covered all the way up to the election.
I don't know what to say.
It's part of a campaign manager's job.
Chris Witherspoon? I'm Randy McDonald.
I know. I mean, I watched you play basketball.
Yeah?
Yeah, you sunk a lot of baskets.
A lot. Must have been one of my slow games. Hey, listen, I'm running for student body president, and I like what you did with the cartons here. That's smart.
Actually, it was Willie's idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clever.
Thanks.
Can I have 6 cheeseburgers?
6 cheeseburgers.
Anyway, I'd like to have your support for my campaign for president. In return, I'll tell the people to vote for you for student council.
You...
A malted milk and 2 fries and onion rings.
Yeah. You have my support.
Great. Good luck.
That'll be a $9.92.
$10. Keep the change.
Do you realize what you just did?
You talked to me.
You made a political deal with a guy who can jump higher than his IQ.
Do you know how many votes you could get for me?
Chris, you're making political deals without even considering talking to your campaign manager.
Willie, could I have some fries to go with this cheeseburger, please?
Hey, David, how are you?
Mr. Kaplan. Hey, Grandpa.
Hi, David.
Fixing Mr. Kaplan's car.
Right.
How was school?
It's pretty good. We're studying the Revolution. It's pretty interesting. Grandpa, how'd you get your tattoo?
Tattoo? Hey, David, easy. When you talk about a man's tattoo, there's a whole big story goes along.
Didn't ask you, Joe.
I'm just saying because I know guys in the service. They went out, they tied one on. The next morning, they couldn't remember where they were. They had tattoos all over their whole body.
Nothing that glamorous. A few of my buddies and I decided one night it'd be a good idea to get a tattoo. So we did.
Mm-hmm. And if you believe that, David...
That's how it happened.
Okay.
So, do you think you had a pretty good reason to go get your tattoo?
You're thinking about going to the tattoo artist, are you?
No, it's just the guys and I. We were just talking, you know?
Well, there we go, my friend. Let's take her for a spin.
Right.
What do you think?
You hear the noise?
Well, I hear a squeak, but that's just from lack of grease. I don't hear that noise, no. But you know, it could start up the minute I get out of this car. Drive a few more blocks, we'll see if we can't get it to do it again.
Well, here, why don't you drive?
No,
You're
no.
the mechanic.
Your car. You drive. I'll sit here and listen.
All right, but then you got to tell me the story on how you got your tattoo.
I told you, Joe, it's as simple as that. There's nothing more to it. That's some squeak. You need
All right,
to
then you got to listen to my story.
You don't have a tattoo.
I have a tattoo on my keister.
Then I don't want to hear about it.
No, you got to listen to this. We were tied up in Philadelphia at the Philadelphia Navy Yard. There's this chief petty officer by the name of Bert Remington.
I think maybe I hear it.
So him and me, we're on Liberty in Philly. We're going from one joint to the other. And Gus, we make this bet. Who can drink the most creme de menthe frappes through a straw and do the jitterbug at the same time?
Is this going to be a long story? Because I think I do hear that noise.
Well, of course, the big problem is how do you get the shaved ice up through the straw, right? I solved the problem. You know what I did? I let the ice melt. See?
It sounds like real tap dancing. Yeah.
You kids taking a bath or brushing your teeth or anything? Good. Then scram. I need to use the bathroom. Out you go.
Come here, Isaac. Molly, we're never going to be good tap dancers if we don't have a place to practice.
Yes, we will. We'll just have to use our imagination, like when Fred Astaire tap dances on the ceiling.
Do you think we can?
Okay, Claire, this looks real good. If you adjust this space right here, it won't be quite so cluttered.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, which one is it?
You know, I thought I'd go with that one.
Okay. Oh, tells a story. Grabs the reader's attention. Yes, I like it. That's a very good choice. Good eye.
Thank you.
We're coming right along. We should publish by tomorrow.
Okay.
Eric? You've done a piece on the student elections, huh?
Yeah, I did. It's sort of a satirical man in the street kind of thing on how the students view the candidates. Wait, I know I'm speaking for myself when I say this, but it's relevant, it's perceptive, it's even funny, but it is fair, though. You remember what you promised. You said that if it's fair, that you'd print it, right?
Mom, how could you let them print this?
I'm sorry, but I can let them because it's a legitimate story, and I wanted to read it before it runs tomorrow.
But you just ruined all my chances of getting elected. Thanks a lot.
I don't think so. Come on, it's a satire.
Mom, saying that Randy McDonald is a skirt chaser is a lot different than saying it's a wonder that Chris Witherspoon doesn't scuff her spit-shine goody two-shoes because her head is constantly in the stratosphere.
I think Randy got the worst of it.
Mom, every girl in school loves Randy. He doesn't care.
Chris, they're making fun of you. They made fun of all the candidates. What folks will remember is not what the reporter wrote. They'll remember how you handled it.
You think so, Mom? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to remember when this comes out tomorrow. That my own mother wrecked my chances of getting elected.
Her head is in the stratosphere, miles above real student concerns. Many students consider Chris the perfect teacher's pet.
How am I going to deal with an image like this?
Now, many candidates have made a comeback on sympathy votes.
Really? It makes me look like a jerk.
Now, Chris, the important thing is that you cannot give up. I mean, what about your plan for student-teacher exchange? What about the expansion of the honors program? The lunch patio for everyone. Now, that's a real student concern.
Hi, Chris. I just want to tell you, I don't believe what the newspaper says about you being a goody two-shoes.
You don't?
Nah. We're having a little party on Friday, so everyone can get to know the candidates. Stop by. Give you a chance to prove the paper's wrong. What do you say?
I'll be there.
Great. I live on Chester. See you Friday.
Bye.
You're going to the party?
Why not? Look, it may help me pick up a few votes.
I don't believe you. I mean, one minute you're worried about looking like a jerk, and the next minute you're going to a party with a guy who's a jerk.
He is not.
Yes, he is.
Look, Willie, I'm going to the party. If you want to come, fine.
You go to the party. I don't want to go to the party. I mean, I wasn't even invited. Have a great time. And find yourself a new campaign manager.
Gene Kelly, he loved to use props. And one time he was in a movie called It's Always Fair Weather, and he used garbage can lids for tap dance shoes. He was an artist. He still is.
Mr. Kaplan, I don't think Grandpa's gonna like it too much if an artist is standing on his garbage cans.
Now, come on, you girls said you wanted to learn a couple of dance steps. You know, let's get with it, huh?
Yeah, but we only have 3 garbage lids and we need 4.
I mean, we're a team.
You ever hear of a person named Isadora Duncan? She was a famous dance lady.
She got strangled with her scarf.
And the lack of shoes never bothered her. It did not stop her. She kept right on going. Okay, now, the next thing is balance.
Mr. Kaplan, does this dance make a lot of noise?
Well, Molly, this is tap dancing. You're going to hear something.
Wait till your grandfather hears this.
I'm not gonna wait. Mr. Kaplan, we really have to go now.
Here we go. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I think from now on you better leave the dancing to Gene Kelly.
Mm-hmm. You're probably right. See, I was just trying to help the girls.
That's so sweet of you. Gus would never forgive me or the girls if anything ever happened to you and you ended up in the hospital.
I guess it was crazy. It was crazy, that's all.
I thought it was crazy when I saw Gene Kelly do it on television. But I love that movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gus told me about the article in the student newspaper and what happened between you and Chris.
Not my finest hour. Did Gus mention how he felt about all that?
He didn't tell you? Well, he didn't tell me. I think he's just neutral, that's all. Oh, well, I think that he has a lot of confidence in you and your judgment, and that he knows you can handle this.
It's nice to hear.
Sure. Otherwise, he would be writing letters to the editor or circulating petitions to have everybody sign. You know how he is when he gets his dander up.
I wouldn't want to get a letter from Gus. It's just that I feel like I'm out there alone on this one. And I'm fighting for a principle that alienates my daughter, and I'm just not sure that it's worth it.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't have any easy answers for you on this, Jesse. I guess that's why principles aren't very common anymore. People seem to have trouble hanging on to them, you know?
Come in.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
We missed you at supper.
Yeah, we'll have this big test. I want to get some extra study time in.
It's Friday night.
Well, yeah, but it's history. Lots of facts to remember.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to your books. Listen, there'll be some dessert later, some apple pie if you feel like it.
No, I think I'll pass. Too much sugar. It interferes with my concentration.
Too much sugar?
Yeah.
Must really be some test. I think you're bluffing. I call your $2.
I'll get it.
I raise you $2. No problem.
Joe must have a pretty good hand, Gus. Never held out like this before.
Here's 2. I am going to raise you 3.
I can't remember ever seeing a pot this big.
Gus, this young fella's looking for Chris.
She went to a party. You're throwing away your money, my friend.
Is that so?
Sir, I have to ask you something.
We're playing cards here. You see that? Here's your $3.
Right.
And $5 raise.
$5 raise? What happened to the friendly game concept?
You see, Chris and I had a fight, and I need to ask your advice.
My advice is go to the party. Joe, now, are you in or out?
I'm in. Here's 5. I'm gonna raise you 10. There.
Thanks for the advice, Mr. Witherspoon.
You raise me $10?
No, I'm gonna raise you 15.
Oh, that's a string bet.
Well, I do a lot of that.
I need a break.
Sure, punch both this way.
Great party.
The people here make it fun. Of course, they're all voting for me. Since you're here, they'll vote for you, too.
What's in this stuff?
Randy's famous punch mix. Everything alcoholic. You'll party hardy with this stuff.
Kidding.
Come on, Chris. Kick off those goody two-shoes. You do drink, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Refill's coming up.
Gus, I'm sorry to wake you, but I'm a little bit worried. Chris isn't home yet. It's after midnight. Now, you know, she would have called if she were going to be late.
Will you please get out of my bed? You smell like a rippling sewer. Go on. Maybe I better go look for her.
I'll go with you.
Better stay here. Somebody needs to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Here's some more coffee.
Lily, if I drink any more coffee, I'm gonna float away. And Happy Jack's coming with me.
But you have to sober up before we go.
I'm sober. Look, ask me a question. Theory of relativity. Yeah, too easy. The distance light travels in 1 year, 5,878,000,000,000. How many zeros are in a trillion?
I don't know.
Aha! You see? You're the one who's not sober. 12 zeros are in a trillion.
Have some more coffee.
No, ask me another question. Ask me a history question.
Who was the 16th president of the United States?
All right. History is not my subject.
Chris, how many drinks did you have tonight?
I don't know, Willie. I have to go to the bathroom. Willie. I really appreciate everything you're doing.
That's what a campaign manager is for. If you'll have me back.
Look, you've encouraged me. You've supported me, tried to keep me from making a bigger fool of myself than I already have. And I just want to say, you looked really good in your Happy Jack uniform. Oh.
David? David.
Molly, get out of here.
David, Grandpa went looking for Chris.
She's not home yet?
She's never been out this late before. Mom's really worried about her. Oh my gosh.
What?
You've got an earring.
Not a word, Molly.
Let me see.
No, just get out of here, okay?
Let me see or I'll tell. It's gross.
It's not gross.
On a boy, it's gross. But it'll look great on me.
Yeah, well, you're not getting it, okay?
No. But I'm gonna get a few other things or I tell.
Molly, someday, when you least expect it, I'm gonna get you. And you're gonna pay big.
I'm not holding my breath.
Willie, are you in there?
Hello, this is Happy Jack, hoping you're happy too. Can I help you?
Willie! Willie!
Yes, sir.
Willie, I'm looking for Chris. Have you seen her?
I think so, sir.
What do you mean you think so? Either you saw her or you didn't see her. Did you see her?
I see her, sir.
Where?
In here.
Willie, if you don't open the door, I'm gonna count 5, and then I'm coming in.
No, sir, you don't understand.
What?
No, you see, Chris needed some help, and I helped her.
2!
But she's all right. I mean, she's fine.
3!
She's in the bathroom.
4!
Will you listen to me, sir? Mr. Witherspoon, I just like to ask you not to be too upset with Chris. I know you're upset with me. I mean, I understand that. I accept that because I understand that that's the way it's going to be between you and me. But Chris, I care about her an awful lot, sir.
You gonna open the door, kid, or am I gonna say 5?
I'll open the door, sir.
Hi, Grandpa.
Uh-huh.
Chris. Oh, I'm so glad you're home. I've been worried sick about you. Do you know what time it is? Why didn't you call me?
Chris. Mom, can we talk about this tomorrow, please?
Do I smell alcohol on you?
Mom, I just can't talk about it right now, okay?
Yeah. Go to bed. We'll talk in the morning.
You going to see?
Nah. I've just got to make a decision.
And that's your thinking cap, huh?
Grandpa, remember earlier when I was asking you about your tattoo?
Yeah.
Well, you and your friends, you got a tattoo because you thought it meant something, right?
Yeah?
Well, JR and Chip, well, we did something that we think means something. Except I guess it doesn't if I have to hide from everybody.
Well, what is it? You didn't give yourself a mohawk or something. Uh-oh.
Well, Brian Bosworth, he's a football player, and he has 3 in 1 ear. And Bruce Willis, he's an actor, and he's got 1. And all the rock stars.
You got one of those because those fellas had one?
Well, no, but Chip and JR think it makes us look cool.
You let them decide that for you?
No. But you got a tattoo.
I know I did. But I always wished I hadn't.
What?
Son, earrings and tattoos and stuff like that. It's not what makes you cool.
Can I keep it?
If you want. You're right. It's no big deal. But you asked me about my tattoo. Do you know why I wish I hadn't done it? Because I knew when I did it that someday my mother would see it on my arm and it would break her heart. Now, you wear that thing if you want to. But you think about it, you hear me? David, you know, when you and your friends are coming up with all these good ideas, you remember who you are.
Thanks, Grandpa.
I thought you were more mature than that.
Mom, a lot of people drink. That doesn't make them immature.
No, it doesn't. But hopefully, they're smart enough to know when to stop. Or if they should drink at all. Apparently, you're not that smart.
Mom, don't you remember when you were 16? Everybody was out just to have a good time. I just wanted to...
To be one of the crowd? To have a good time? Did you have a good time? Look, I could say things like, you should have known better. You didn't use good judgment. I trusted you. I'm a little more curious what you'll do the next time somebody says, hey, Chris, let's go have a good time.
Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. I was wrong. What do you want me to say? Something that can be a headline for your paper?
That's not fair, Chris. What the paper wrote, I didn't like. But I had to run it, because that was fair. If that hurt you, I'm sorry. And if it hurt your chances for being elected, I'm sorry about that, too. But like it or not, Chris, what I did was right. And what you did was not. I don't ever want to see you the way you were last night. Mr. Winthrop, hot off the presses, I thought you'd better see it first.
Thank you. I hope this issue is less controversial than the last.
Well, there's an article about the cheerleaders.
That's what I like. It's the old school spirit going.
It's on the front page.
Oh, no. Our cheerleader tryouts sexist. Eric Villanova.
He even quotes you in it.
This is not what I want.
Oh, Mr. Winthrop, if you want a tired, boring, worthless newspaper, then you'll have to have somebody else be your advisor.
I think we have to talk about
But
this.
if you want a good paper, one the students can be proud of, one they can learn from, I'd be glad to talk to you about that.
Over on that.
Hi. So, what happened at home?
Well, I got a lecture and a bad headache, but not from the lecture. I have a lot of making up to do with my mom. And of course, I'm grounded for about 1 trillion years.
Wow. 12 zeros, right?
Yeah, 12 zeros. Willie, about last night.
Chris, if you want to say that you want to drop out of the election, I understand. I think it's a big mistake.
Still think I would make a good council rep, huh?
The best.
Oh, thank you. Look, I need to say this, Willie. Everything that happened the other night should not have happened. It was stupid. I was stupid. I should have known better. I guess I didn't think I could mess up this bad.
Everything?
Everything. Oh. Well, not everything.
Oh.
Next, it's family tested, family approved. Father.
You're awful quiet. Something on your mind?
Oh, just Chris. All that.
Maybe it's a sign, Molly. We just weren't meant to tap.
Maybe, but we'll never know for sure.
Hey, why the long faces out there?
We just can't get the rhythm right.
Well, that's the problem.
Hey, listen, if you really want to tap dance, why don't you think about taking some lessons?
But who would teach us?
Right, who?